Good evening. This is Sri Kshetra Reddy reporting for EEN. Our top headlines today cover stories from shocking incidents of violence and unrest, political shifts in Spain, and significant developments in science and international relations. Let's get started. Woman alleges Rapido driver masturbated midway, sent, "Love you," texts.
In Bengaluru, a woman has accused a Rapido bike taxi driver of serious misconduct during a ride. The incident occurred after she attended a protest in Manipur. Despite facing difficulties in finding other transportation, she decided to use the bike service. During the ride, she alleged that the driver misbehaved and sexually assaulted her, and even sent inappropriate messages after the ride ended. The woman took to Twitter to share her traumatic experience and questioned the safety measures taken by the bike taxi aggregator. The Bengaluru police responded to her tweet and assured action would be taken. This is not the first instance of such allegations against Rapido drivers, as a similar incident was reported back in March.
Flood alert in Noida. 200 evacuated from Hindon banks.
Authorities in Noida have issued a flood alert for low-lying areas along the Hindon River due to increased water release. About 200 people from 5 villages were evacuated and moved to shelter homes after receiving the alert. The river is flowing below the danger level of 205 meters. Earlier, floods along the Yamuna River affected thousands of people and animals in the district.
Tamil Nadu couple fake accident. Hijack lorry with 2.5 tons of tomato.
A couple from neighboring Tamil Nadu has been arrested for hijacking a truck laden with 2.5 tons of tomatoes in Bengaluru after faking an accident to extort money. The couple from Vellore, according to police, was part of a gang of highway robbers that intercepted Malesh from Hariyur in Chitradurga district at Chikayala on July 8 and demanded compensation, claiming that his truck had bumped into their car. When the farmer refused to pay them, the gang assaulted and pushed him out of the truck before driving away with the vehicle loaded with 2.5 tons of tomatoes worth over 2.5 lakhs on July 8.
Ukraine wants ships to keep exporting its grain despite Russian attacks.
Russia has repeatedly launched missiles and drones at Ukraine's ports, which are crucial for sending grain to the world. Moscow has declared large areas of the Black Sea dangerous for shipping. The U.S. also said there was a risk of ships being targeted. There is still interest from shipowners to carry Ukrainian grain through the Black Sea, if they can reduce the risk, according to a major shipping group. And if it's big. Despite warnings and port attacks that leveled grain infrastructure, shipping has always been very resilient to these types of losses, said John Stoppard, Senior Manager of Environment and Trade for International Shipping, which represents 80% of the world's merchant fleet. The strikes this week come after Russia pulled out of a wartime deal brokered by the UN and Turkey last year to protect shipping companies in an effort to end the global food crisis. Along with Russia, Ukraine, a major supplier of wheat, barley and vegetable oil to developing countries, has shipped 32.9 million metric tons of grain to the world and supplied 80% of the World Food Programme's wheat for humanitarian aid so far this year.
Putin and Lukashenko to meet amid tensions.
Russian President Vladimir Putin and Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko are set to meet following Russia's warning of aggression against Belarus. The meeting comes after Poland's decision to move military units closer to the Belarusian border in response to Belarusian troops from Russia's Wagner Group arriving in the region. Putin stated that Moscow would respond with all means necessary to any hostility towards Belarus, emphasizing their strong alliance. Lukashenko, who previously allowed Russia to use Belarusian territory for a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, is on a working visit to Russia to discuss further developing their strategic partnership. The close ties between the two leaders have raised concerns in the West about potential pressure on Lukashenko to join Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Recently, Belarusian special forces started training with Wagner Group mercenaries near the NATO member Poland's border, adding to the tensions in the region. This move comes after Lukashenko allowed Belarus to be used as a base for Russian nuclear weapons, drawing condemnation from the international community. The meeting between Putin and Lukashenko holds significant importance amid the ongoing geopolitical complexities in the region.
Thank you for those insightful reports. That wraps up our news coverage for tonight. Stay tuned for more updates and in-depth analysis on these stories and more. I'm Sri Charita Reddy, and this is IIN Channel. Have a great evening.